Eamon, we've had the festive period behind us now. You've had a chance to look back at the Halifax game. What really excited you about that performance?
I think I was just really pleased with the effort levels, and I've said that a couple of times now. I think we played our first game just after 4.5 weeks together, so we weren't expecting it to be perfect. One thing we spoke about as a group was just that we made sure that we got the effort levels right, and I think we did that.
You mentioned the effort levels. On the back of that, you mentioned, or should I say on the flip of the coin of that, you mentioned there's room for improvement and things to learn.
Yeah, absolutely, and we knew that going into the game. We weren't expecting it to be perfect. We've got a lot of work to do, which we've addressed that as a group, and hopefully that we'll see some of those improvements in this weekend's game. On
those new play the ball interpretations, Bradford got penalised twice. Is that something you've put more heavy focus on in the 2 weeks since that game?
No, not more focus. We've addressed it. I think it's simple. You have to make an attempt to play the ball with your foot. The penalties were penalties. We've got no complaints with that. So yeah, we've certainly looked at it, but not in depth.
And moving forward, do you think, obviously using these pre-season games, Bradford have a number, a fair few, it's a good chance to sort of iron out any problems and get used to this sort of clamp down on that particular ruck area?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm hoping that we don't get any this weekend. I think we've just got to have that attention to make an effort to touch ball with our foot. It's quite simple for me, so I'm hopeful that we don't get any this weekend.
We're in week 7 of pre-season. Are you happy with where the squad currently is now?
Yeah, I am. Like I said, there's plenty of work for us to do, but I'm happy with where we're at this current moment, and I'm happy with where the group is in terms of its health and their application and what the lads are doing. I've been really impressed with them, so I know I keep saying it, we have got a long way to go, but we've got plenty of time in front of us as well, and some games ahead of us as well to make sure that we nail it and we're ready to go round 1.
And certainly looking at the squad that you put out against Halifax, it's a real good balance. You've got your experienced players like your Michael Lawrences, and then you've got your young players like your Billy Jowetts coming through, starting their journey.
Yeah, and Will Adams and Don Waits as well, who were impressive. Elliot Papoche. So again, you mentioned the word balance. I think we were really well balanced. I'm looking forward to seeing some of them young lads get another opportunity this weekend. Hopefully they'll get some more game time.
On the back of that Halifax game, Dan Smith obviously had to leave the field with a nasty looking gash to his knee. What's the latest with him?
Yeah, so he's been stitched up. We got stitched up straight after the game, and he just had to have a course of antibiotics. So I think he's hopeful to get the stitches out tonight, and we'll see where he's at. But no, he's doing all right.
Since then, no further injuries?
No, we've got a couple who we're kind of monitoring. I wouldn't say they're injuries, but just ones that we've had to be careful with. So we'll assess them tonight, see where they're at. Hopefully a couple of them will take part in training. If not, we'll get them back next week.
Spoke to both Eben and Mackenzie Skerr after the Halifax game. They said they were nearabouts. What's the latest with them two?
Yeah, hopeful Eben will take part in training tonight. I'm not sure whether he'll feature at weekend. Like I said, we don't need to be forcing anyone. We'll just see where he's at, and we'll have a conversation with him and the medical staff. And same for Mackenzie. He was a little bit unlucky. He's trained okay during this period and just picked up a little bit of a tweak in the last week of training, which you generally get week 4 of pre-season. So I know he's itching at the bit to get out there and take part at weekend.
Featherstone away on Sunday. How are you approaching pre-season game number 2?
As we did the last one, purely on performance. And there's some opportunity as well for some players, some lads coming back who didn't feature in that game. So, like I said after the game at Halifax, feet firmly on the ground. We're using these games to try and get better, and we'll be doing the same this weekend.
So the message to the squad is the same. Are we expecting a similar sort of squad to be announced?
Yeah, I think so. The only kind of changes will be if anyone's got a slight niggle or not. If they're 50-50, we won't be risking anyone. But yeah, we want to be competitive as we can. But also, I'm looking forward to giving some of your young lads an opportunity as well. Bit more game time for them.
No secret, you're playing Featherstone. They'll be in the mix for the top 6. A real tough physical championship opponent. Yeah,
absolutely. So one that we're looking forward to. I think it will be a great game, and like I said, we're looking forward to that. We know it'll be a challenge, but we're focusing on us at this stage of the year. We're not looking at opposition, purely looking at ourselves and how we're performing and how we can improve.